Hello property lovers, welcome to Property Focus, your window into the world of architecture, building construction and real estate. Pallets are compressed straw mattresses or wooden platforms. They're used mainly in the production, shipping and packaging industries where there is need to move heavy objects. Now, pallets can serve many other purposes and sometimes recycled and are used as creative and affordable replacements for house furnishings. Although wooden pallets are not meant to be disposable, millions are discarded. The ones which we do not use, they get burnt, releasing gases into the atmosphere, and it's quite catastrophic. But statistically, 54% of all wooden pallets produced are only used for one shipment and then discarded. In other words, 150 million pallets are thrown away annually, and that's just by the United States only. Now, in light of this, many institutions and individuals, such as the ones you'll soon learn about, have come and taken an initiative and found very creative, attractive ways of using these pallets. Pallet homes, for instance, and furniture are some of these ideas. Now, pallet furniture can be built in a single day, and the ideas are just endless. Welcome to another amazing episode. I'm your host, Peter Ngigi. The structure of wood pallets makes it generally easy and quick to assemble, and due to this, dare I say it, one needn't have prior knowledge on architecture to assemble. With a bit of carpentry tools here and there, you could easily use this green yet functional material for your spaces. Now, let's have a look at this project I found that's absolutely magnificent. Welcome, and tell us about yourself.
Well, my name is Faisal. Yes. Faisal Hussein. I'm the founder of Pallet Cafe. As many knows, Pallet is growing, and now we've got 3 branches, which is the first one, which is about 3 years old, is in Lavington. The second one is in Tigiri, which is on Tigiri Ridge, and the third one is now in Gigiri, where we are now as a venue that's hosting Focus.
Okay. What inspired these concepts?
My background before was working for NGOs and humanitarian agencies, and 3 years ago, I just decided to do my own businesses around and also focus on youth, on how to employ a lot of youth, or also become one of their model that they actually wanted to follow on how things can be done in an easy way and be a businessman here in this country.
Interesting. So you left that, then got into the restaurant business, and you came up with a very interesting concept.
So when I decided to join the hospitality industry, which I had a passion in cooking because I love cooking most of the times at home. And I decided let me do something small, which is about like cafe, not a big thing, that can also support the youth. So the concept of, many people are now wondering of how did it happen is bringing youth is not the only thing that you needed. There's a lot of youth who are looking for jobs. There's a lot of youth who have all the papers to look for jobs. But the other youth that we actually forgot it outside there, which probably have challenges, including what Pallet does now. It's about hearing impaired people or anyone who has been challenged. He is also very welcome to come to this place. And this is the blessing that we need in a business, not only just to go and pray, but also the blessing comes from human. And that's why we decided to do Pallet, youth, and supporting hearing impaired.
Wonderful. Tell us about how you infused pallets into this cafe.
So when I was looking for a name to open with this place, I didn't look far. It was just next to me, there was a pallet, and I was like, this is the pallet that I need. Create something easy, not looking furnitures that don't put a lot of cost in doing things. If you can be very creative, as many youth in this country are very creative, they just need to have a spot where they say, I'm going to focus on this, and the focus remains here. So I decided to do all my furnitures using pallets, and then along the line, I decided to say Pallet, and the name is called Pallet Cafe.
Okay. So you've used it for the coffee tables, you've used it for the chairs.
I've used it for many places, even my logos. It's something very simple that you can actually think of it. The cost is very low.
The bar area?
The bar areas, sitting areas, you can have it. Even in my house, if you go, some of my beds are made of pallet. But there's a little bit of a challenge, many people have seen them talking about pallets. Pallets also got their own challenges, especially some of them are very toxic. And if you see pallets which are not branded, then you need to be very careful of what you're going for. Most of the pallets which are not human use are actually branded with MB. MB means methyl prominent. Okay. So this is kind of tells you like, don't use this as a human. Okay. So, but nowadays what's happening is people are using it. Any pallet they see, they actually do it. But you need to be very careful on those toxic pallets.
Faisal, tell us, where do you get your pallets from?
Especially I use it some of the warehouses that I know them, that brings with something, all the pallets that we use is actually, it comes with food. Or actually also in the industry for humanitarians, like WFP and all those guys also got something that comes with pallets. And those are, they come, you know, locked with food. So that clearly shows that it's safe, it's healthy.
Advantages and disadvantages of pallets?
Advantages, I talk about cost. It's a very low cost furniture that you can make it at home. Disadvantages, it's all about the toxics. If you care about what is going around on that pallet, then it's going to be good. But you have to be very keen on which kind of a pallet are you using. Many people are using any pallet that they see it, but you take it and do a good furniture, probably your bed, and that's where you spend most of your time inhaling and exhaling. So you have to be very keen on which kind of a pallet are you sleeping on, or on which pallet are you actually using. Some of them you can also use it for flowers. If they are toxic, you can do it also, you know, repaint it a little bit, and then use it for, you know, green space. I do most of the times by greening. Any pallet can actually give you a very amazing green spacing in your houses, because you got a hole on one side. If you fill that one with the sun and put a, you know, fill it at the back and put good sun, then you get it an amazing greenery that you can actually make it.
So disadvantages, don't touch anything with MB. Advantages, cost. Okay? Give us your parting shot or any advice to our viewers.
The viewers from outside, what I will have to say is a pallet is something that you can use it for anything. It can take you in any angle. The way they look, the 4 angles that you can see it, it can take you any angle and it can give you fruits out of it. And I believe in pallets in terms of, you know, furniture that you can make it. And it's one of the most amazing furniture that you can have it. The look is beautiful. Design it by your own, something that you feel passion with it when you do it with your hands. It's different than someone else does it for you. So the history remains also. If this stays for another 15 years, then you're living actually a legacy for your surrounding people. So I always tell to all in friends, like, use pallets. You're building something small, from chicken house to horse house, you can use it pallets. It's very safe, it's very low cost, and it's easy to make it.
Well, thank you very much, Faisal. I think I'll make a toast to that from a recycled bottle glass. And there you have it from Faisal, from a recycled glass. Water tastes even a bit different. Quite nice. Furnishing made easy. Absolutely love it. What people are doing with pallets is simply, I mean, look at this. It's an amazing coffee table. We're going to take a short commercial break to pay some bills. But when we're back, we're going to hear from a young lady in the built environment who's making pallet furniture and making a living out of it. Stay tuned. Welcome back, folks, and thank you for being with us. Now, we're going to have a chat with a young lady as she tells us what she's doing with this magnificent transportation and logistics material. We had a chat with her. Let's hear what she had to say. Welcome to Property Focus.
Thank you.
Good, good. Tell us about yourself.
My name is Dianne Komo, and I am from Pambo Pallets, which we do with my husband and partner, Alex Koinange. It is a family business of some sort because we've incorporated our kids and everyone. We dove into it, and that's what you're doing.
So you left employment for this?
Yes.
Well, wonderful. What is a pallet?
Now, a pallet is a wooden structure that is used to carry products when they're being ferried, mostly as cargo, and also when maybe taking out products from inside a container at the port.
What are some of the items that you're making with this material?
Okay, now pallets are great to use for interior and for furniture because of the numerous types of finishes that one can have with them. For example, we can burn them and use a technique called yakisugi, which is a Japanese art form of preserving yakisugi. Yakisugi.
What is that?
It is a Japanese art form of preserving wood, but has a very beautiful finish. So yes, so your wood is preserved and it has a very nice, beautiful rustic finish. Alternatively, we also do electric burns, which is sort of like electrifying the wood, and it has a very beautiful tree-like pattern on top of it. Or alternatively, we can also do a slighter burn, which we call shosugi burn. It's also a Japanese art form of burning wood and decorating. It gives it a nice pattern at the top. And other than that, we do paints and also stains and yeah, whatever other variants that there are.
So how do you get this to the shop?
We have lots of suppliers within the country who are already in that business, in the line of supplying pallets, because pallets are not just for furniture. There are people who use them for storage, etc. So those are the same people that we contact and they supply us with.
What are some of the things you can make with this material?
Pallets are very versatile. So from floors, we can use them to make wooden floors. You can make ceilings, we can make basic furniture, we can make interior products, we can make artworks. You can even use them to make decks. You can use them to make stairways. Yeah, there's a whole lot of things that you can do. You can use them to make a fence. Yeah.
Affordability. How much does it cost for this table?
Product pricing is determined by how much work it took to make it and also the kind of finish that you decide. So depending on one's budget, we try to be as flexible as possible. If your pockets are not very full, we can do something nice and simple but still looks very good, and up to those people who want a very nice, intricate finish.
Any advice to anybody who's watching you right now about pallets?
I would advise them to not be afraid to use pallets. They can jump into it, and even they can contact us for lots of ideas that we can give them. It can give your house or even your office a very nice, unique look that if you're looking for, you won't find in very many places. Pallets are materials that we have upcycled. So already, even as it has come, you can imagine how much it has gone through.
Upcycle.
Yes, we upcycle, meaning we are making it a better version of it. Yeah, so it's already gone through so much and it has not deteriorated, and now we are doing that. And even another benefit of it is that you can, after you've had your product and you're tired of it, you can come, dismantle and make something else from the very same product that you had.
Beautiful.
Yes, that's how long-term they are.
Well, glad to have you on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Brilliant. Wow, amazing. Lovely. It's funny how you could make all these amazing pieces and still save on the pennies. Let's get into our billboards and then to our wood experts to tell us about wood. Are you fed up with the hustle and bustle of the city? Have you dreamt of living in the suburbs? Let me tell you about the fastest growing suburb accessible both from Nairobi and Thika. Located between two major highways and near Precious Blood Secondary School in Juja, with the tarmac king of Juja Farm, your tranquil home has never been a better investment. Your 50 by 100 plot going for an affordable price of 700,000 Kenya shillings. Email now at customercare@newlands.co.ke. Newlands. Transforming land, creating opportunities. Do you imagine yourself in a secure home? Do you imagine it with an exquisite view of Lake Naivasha and Mount Longonot? Would you like accessibility with an SGR terminus? Well, imagine it no more. We at Newlands have just the spot for you, 50 by 100 with ready titles, at the unbelievable price of, wait for it, 400,000 Kenya shillings. Now you can build just what you've imagined. Email us now on customercare@newlands.co.ke. Newlands, transforming land, creating possibilities. Now, they say when one door closes, another one opens. As ancient as wine, we're going to find out about a beautiful material from the wood expert. Now, let's go have a chat with Arjun about some wood. Let's go. Welcome to Property Focus.
Thank you for having me.
Tell us about yourself.
My name's Arjun Bhachu, like you heard. I've been in the industry for, I've been working here at Wood Products for 4 years. I'm the 4th generation legacy holder of the Wood Products family. And we've been in the timber industry for over 65 years. So we have like a vast product knowledge on what's going around in the market, new trends, and so we focus on 4 core products, which are the doors, flooring, kitchens, and wardrobes.
Now, in order of the 5 best timbers, tell us about them.
I wouldn't say that there is a best. I think for timber, it appeals to the person. Some people like the lighter textures of a cypress wood. Some people prefer the hardwood, such as mahogany mavuli. It really depends on what sort of look you're trying to achieve, as well as the budget you have in mind. I would definitely say mavuli is the highest ranked in terms of its how expensive it is. It has this gold sort of nutty brown color, which is really, it gives a nice warm feel to the house and is a bit more sought after than mahogany. Mahogany would be the second most expensive wood, followed, those 2 are hardwoods, followed by the softwoods, which would be cypress. Now, depending on your range and budget, we can stain these woods to achieve different colors and different textures applicable to different areas of usage in the house. One may opt for cypress to be used for external usage, which can be treated as well, so it's really durable for the outside. Mahogany would definitely be, mahogany and mavuli would definitely be for a higher end user who's really trying to get that aesthetic appeal out of the product and create something unique and bespoke for their house.
Tell us of the cost of each of these timbers using a door, a standard door, as a metric.
The price of the door is not really dependent on the style, but mostly on the size of the door. So your main door would definitely be bigger than your internal doors. So we would prorate the price according to the size. So size is the biggest determinant of the price. The second thing that we would look at is the type of wood used. So definitely the hardwoods are going to be more expensive than the softwoods. For a standard size door, which is usually 2.1 by 0.9 is the standard size door, you'll look between the range of 25 to 30,000 a door. That's just the door only. That is for mahogany and mavuli. You're looking between those ranges. If you're looking for a softwood, you're looking at about half the price of that. Again, there's also cheaper alternatives, wood lookalikes that look like wood. That would be very good for affordable housing. Things such as like flush doors. Those would cost about 6,000 shillings, which gives a good alternative, a good lookalike to the real timber, and works well for areas that don't really need a door for a security purpose. For example, the internal doors. I would recommend, however, that external doors that one may opt for a timber option for security purposes as well.
Latest trends in the market?
Again, as I had said earlier, wood is a very versatile, customizable element. So a lot can be changed in the design. You know, we can, a customer can see something on Pinterest or Instagram and bring us that picture and say, look, I have this in mind. I want to create something along these lines. So we are able to sit with our designers, create renders, and do actually a model of how it will look in where it's going to fit in the door, in the house. So it's almost like you're test driving a door before you buy it. In that sort of way, the designs are virtually infinite. There's almost anything can be achieved, and this is where I think from the people that we employ really make use of their craftsmanship abilities to create a product that serves the customer and gives them that visual aesthetic of what they really wanted. In terms of trends, things are shifting towards more of a laminate-based option with substitutes because wood is generally very expensive. So, and us being limited to very few types of wood might not achieve the same colors as imported woods. So we offer a sort of laminate-based option that would provide different colors. Say someone wants a teak kind of look, a walnut sort of look, a birch kind of look, we can laminate a door to kind of look similar to that. And it gives it a very nice modern feel.
Give us your parting shot.
Wood is generally, it's a finite resource. It's getting, the forests are reducing in size. So I would suggest to the people out there, growing trees is a very a good way to give back to the environment. It helps with bringing the water table up, protecting against soil erosion from wind, and it's a good, I would say, long-term investment that doesn't really need a lot of attention. Someone can just go out there, buy a couple of seedlings and plant them around their shambas, you know, to protect the crops inside. And as they mature, one can later on sell it in the next, 15, 25 years as timber. So I would suggest that growing trees is definitely something that adds economic value, especially with Kenya, which has actually a growth, which has in the Vision 2023 agenda, has an agenda to get past 12% forest cover. So to get there, I think people need to really get out there, start planting trees, start giving back into the environment, and understand the importance that conservation of nature has to our economic benefit as well, because we are an economy that is so heavily reliant on tourist growth. So we need to preserve these nature sanctuaries, create cordoned off areas, and really protect them against the illegal sector logging, so that we can create channels that are approved, verified, so that we can conserve the precious resources that we have in our ecosystem.
Thank you very much, Arjun, for coming onto the show.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
Great. And there you have it from the wood connoisseur himself on wood. Stay tuned. Good. That has been most amazing, absolutely phenomenal. Learned a lot with these pallets. Quite an affordable material, but looks quite nice. What do you think? Reach out to us on our socials right down here, and we can meet same time next week, same place on Sunday at 5:30 p.m. on NTV. I've been your host, Peter Ngigi. Thank you for yet another amazing episode.